So you were talking about Trump's visit, and you're saying that the major points is that the war has been won by Iran, even though it still is ongoing. Trump is declaring victory, but it's still happening. And you're saying that the world isn't taking the U.S. seriously. But if the world isn't taking the U.S. seriously, then why would Xi Jinping have this meeting with Trump, Hegseth, Rubio, and 30 billionaires?
Well, it's not as if the United States has been wiped off the face of the earth. It's still the United States of America. But this isn't the United States of 30 years ago. It isn't. I mean, if you go back before 9/11, and whoever was behind 9/11. I mean, after watching the Tucker Carlson documentary, I think any sane person would recognize that it wasn't just some Al Qaeda operatives, even though Al Qaeda was funded and assisted by the Western intelligence agencies and their regional proxies. But if you look at his documentary, it wasn't just them and other. I mean, I used to not believe this sort of thing, and I used to be very dismissive of people who spoke about 9/11 being more than just these terrorists. But I think differently now. But if you go back before 9/11, the United States, before all these endless wars and the many tens of trillions of dollars that they've wasted, the United States was a different country. It was a much wealthier country. It had a strong middle class. After the collapse of the Soviet Union, it was at the top of the world. It was what a French intellectual once called the hyperpower. But and it's not just Trump who's brought it down. I mean, these endless wars and neoliberalism and all these insane policies combined have very rapidly weakened the country. So, but still, it is a powerful country. And so, obviously, when the Chinese will take the United States seriously, I mean, we take the United States seriously. When they threaten our country with death and destruction, we take it seriously. But it isn't what it used to be. It doesn't have the leverage that it had before. And for the Chinese, as a rival superpower, they're obviously they're moving ahead of the United States. While the Americans are wasting billions of dollars, trillions of dollars on wars, the Chinese are developing. I don't know if you've ever been to China, but they're developing their infrastructure. I mean, if you go to sometimes people would say Shanghai is a very beautiful and well-developed city. I've been to maybe 10 different cities in China, all of them with at least 5 to 10 at least million people, all very developed, all very advanced, far more advanced than any city I've seen in Europe or North America. So they've been moving to develop their own, their country. That's why, the United States is no longer where it is anymore.